Good morning. I'd like to thank Mitch and Joe for inviting me to speak this morning, and to Mitch for coining the term pharmacolegal. Today, what I'd like to do is to take you through the topics that come across lawyers' desks. 5 topics. I've taken a snapshot in terms of what you might find your in-house counsel are dealing with or your external counsel. First, I'd like to speak about biosimilars. Issue number 1. We've heard about the successes of biologics in terms of revenues. So from the perspective of the biosimilar company, whether you're an innovator with a biosimilar division, or whether you're striking out as a biosimilar company yourself, what are the issues you're looking at? First, regulatory pathway. How can I get to market in a good timeline with certainty? Second, can I leverage some of the plays of the innovators? Can I get data protection for my biosimilar? Can I use patents on my biosimilar against competitors? How can I leverage the Hatch-Waxman Canada's Orange Book regulations? So Hatch-Waxman in the US, Canada's Orange Book regulations in Canada to try to get to market. And leveraging public and private payers. Can I convince them to use my biosimilar rather than the innovator's biologics? Some of the legal issues, what is legal in those strategies? Issue number 2, the patent cliff is nothing new. Basically what it means is the patent on the medicinal ingredient, the active, the antibody, the patent has expired. So from the perspective now of an innovator or a brand, what are the legal issues that you could be facing? A lot of time is spent around patent strategies, improvement patents. Improvement patents can cover new indications, new dosages, new formulations, new dosage forms, new processes, whole strategies around leveraging patents to try to maintain market exclusivity. That's issue number 2. Issue number 3, we've heard a lot about this morning. Public and private payers. The questions that your lawyers are often asked is, what's legal? Lawyers like certainty. They like fairness in the process. In Canada's payer system right now, you'll often have certain provinces at the table and then side deals. One of the provinces may say, I participated in that PCPA negotiation, but by the way, I'd now like to cut a side deal that's better than Ontario, that's different than Quebec. Is that legal? Is that due process fair under law? And if it's not, what can you do about it? Similar questions are arising now on the private payer side. Never used to hear that a year, 2 years ago. Now we're having private payers making certain demands regarding listings, pressure, communication to their members. Are those communications legal? So that's issue number 3. Polling question for you. Are we experiencing the tip of the iceberg regarding pressure from payers to reduce costs? Fabulous. Well, we have lots to talk about for next year. We'll just wait here while the slide comes up. So issue number 4 is privacy. Why privacy? Because typically marketing folks will want to use patient information, physician information, information to help them in accessing the market more, in penetrating the market more. You can absolutely use that personal information, provided that you've told the person that you're going to do that. So that creates problems if you're trying to do that after the fact. So you've collected the information, and then you want to use it. Then you want to share it. Then you want to sell it. So privacy is a big issue in the pharma space. Privacy commissioners are anxious to get their hands on an example to use to demonstrate how personal information should be protected. Issue number 5, before we turn to the last polling question, is social media. Lawyers like certainty and they like control. So social media is actually contrary to the comfort level of most of the lawyers likely in your legal departments and externally. Social media, you can't control the message. So some of the legal issues would be if patients are talking about the adverse effects of your products, is that reportable to the FDA or Health Canada? Another legal issue, what happens if patients are talking about off-label uses for your product? Do you have any obligation to correct that, to intervene in the social media? What about stealth social media postings? Can your employees go on to competitor websites and trash the competitor's product? What if you've got some relationships with leading media personalities, athletes, or other key opinion leaders? If they plug your product in social media, is that legal? Do you need to be transparent about it? Do you need to intervene if you're not being transparent? So these are some of the legal issues that are facing ourselves in social media as well. Last polling question. Should the use of social media in pharma advertising increase? Excellent answer from the perspective of a lawyer. Thank you for listening to me today.